What's up, guys? Also Bison here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are back here yet again for another GeoGuessr related video, and today is a big day for the game of GeoGuessr. So earlier today we got a brand new country released to the game, Nepal. So we have full extensive coverage in Nepal now. Previously, as you can see here, there were only a few trekkers near Mount Everest and a few villages around here. So this is a pretty well-known trekker. As you can see here, it is from 2014, so we have it pretty much leading up to Mount Everest and in some villages here. So now we have car coverage, and it is throughout the country. One flaw with this, though, is that it does utilize the bad cam, so that is this here. It's pretty poor quality. We've seen it used in India when it got first released in 2022. But now in India, we're starting to see Gen 4 small cam being rolled out in various states throughout the country, so it's very good to see. Same thing with Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Those are both primarily Gen 3 and Gen 4 countries, but we do have a little bit of bad cam in those countries, so all of the countries in the region do have bad cam now in the Indian subcontinent, except Bhutan. Bhutan is still an entirely Gen 3 country for now. So what Google has been doing recently is that they've been adding small cam to countries that were previously only bad cam. So like Ecuador, Nigeria, Cambodia, they all have a mix of Gen 4 and bad cam. So Google, I don't really know what they're doing, honestly, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. A lot of Europe too is getting bad cam. Spain already has a lot of bad cam on the mainland, and I believe the Canary Islands as well, which is pretty interesting, honestly. If you already have good Gen 4, then why override it with this really poor quality camera? But don't really know what they're up to. But for now, focusing on Nepal, a new country's a new country, so we'll take it. Can't really do too much complaining. But the blue lines haven't loaded in yet, as this came out just a few hours ago. Not much information is known. But we do have various locations across the country here. I picked out some rural and some urban locations that I will show you all. So the coverage seems to be across the whole country. Don't really know exactly where. Don't really know how many side streets they covered, or if it's just like main highways, but from what I heard, it's pretty dense coverage, which is very good to see. So this country we've been expecting for a while. There were spottings of cars earlier this year, and now it finally got released. A lot of people were expecting to be released, way earlier, but now we have it the 13th of August. It is finally released. So this is just some locations that I got here from the map making app, so I could go ahead and pull up the tabs on Google Maps because you can't get to it because there's no lines yet. But that's that. Enough talking. Let's dive right into it. So this is the first location here. This is in like the middle of the country, I think, in the Gandaki province. If you're familiar with the provinces in Nepal, they're in the top left corner. But anyways, this is one of the national highways here. Very, very nice scenery here. Again, the camera, not the best. We do have some better images, though, coming up that I will show you. But yeah, it also depends on the weather and everything. But it's not too bad. It could always be worse. And I believe this is one of like the first generations of the bad cam, because they have different ones. They have like a square one, and they have like Insta360 that they use in various countries. So yeah, the bad cam has rolled out in a lot of countries. It used to be kind of an Indian thing, but now a lot of countries are using it. But yeah, we do have some striped poles here, black and white stripes. I believe India uses the same thing, Sri Lanka uses the same thing, Bangladesh uses the same thing. So that's very cool that we have that there, but this is a really nice road, as I said before, and this was taken in December of 2024. So, next up, this was taken in June 2024, so over a year ago now, last summer. This is a rural Nepal location here. We do have yellow dash outer lines, which were formerly exclusive to Ireland, I believe, as far as GeoGuessr goes, but now we have yellow dash outer lines, and they're pretty common across Nepal. But obviously, Ireland and Nepal look nothing alike, so that shouldn't be an issue. But it's very cool to note that we do have those lines. And then this is like a red car, so that's pretty cool. I've seen photos of like a black car being leaked, but we do have different color variations of the car where they mounted this camera. But yeah, this is a highway. I'm not really sure where this is. I honestly forgot where I got this location from. Is it one of these here? I believe I put like two on the same curve. Yeah. Okay, no, that's a different one. But anyways, that is a location. It's probably somewhere in the central part of the country. It's not that one, I know for sure, on the left. But let's go back over here. Very nice location. Moving on here, This is a urban location here. This city is in the southeast of the country, I believe, near the Indian border here. That's what it's called. Very nice here. We got a lot of buildings, some nice infrastructure here. This should be able to be distinct from India, I'm assuming, with some learning and whatnot. But one thing to note about Nepal is that they do have red license plates very, very frequently. Bhutan also uses red license plates commonly, but Bhutan has Gen 3 only. This only has bad cam. And Bhutan, honestly, is just a super distinct country. You're either in like a huge mountain range or a very distinct town. So that's the deal with this location here. Huge roundabout, huge intersection, a lot of stuff around here. That's in Nepali language. It does look like some North Indic languages, obviously. We also do have English, pretty common language in Nepal, so yeah, that's that. Moving on here, we have another highway. Same thing with the yellow dash outer lines. We have English and Nepali there, and some architecture here, some Nepalese architecture, very cool. I also heard blue roofs are common on like houses in Nepal, as you can see back there. And even the first Gen 3 Checker that I showed earlier in the video had a lot of those blue roofs, so that's something to keep in mind about Nepal, so we can make better guesses. This is from May 2024, so even longer than the previous one that I showed. Next up, we have another May 2024, so they've been doing this throughout 2024, it seems like. This is in the capital region, I believe, near Kathmandu, I believe just south of Kathmandu, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is south of Kathmandu. So this is like an alleyway here. We have some street signs there, advertisements, some electrical poles. Very nice area here in Nepal. Some Nepalese people there and whatnot. So yeah, this panorama is kind of broken. I believe it's not like aligned properly, as you can see. Like the street is there, and then like the arrows are not showing up to go down that road. But still very cool that I was able to get this image from the capital region. Next up here, this is a large highway, I believe. Yes, it is. This is from June 2024, and this is the Kathmandu Ring Road. So we have a bus, some architecture here. This is using like a gray car, as you can see. We have the brake light visible. Bhutan, I believe, also sometimes uses like a gray silver car, but the camera quality is different. But yeah, if this was Gen 3, I could definitely see myself going Bhutan on this, but it's not, so we don't really have to worry about that, at least for now. But yeah, Nepal also drives left, by the way, just like all the other neighboring countries in the region. India drives left, Bhutan drives left, Bangladesh drives left, Sri Lanka drives left, and Pakistan drives left. So yeah, all of South Asia drives left pretty much. So that is nothing new here. We have like a mall here and a bunch of other buildings. Very, very cool location here in the city of Kathmandu, the capital. I have another highway location here. I believe this was in the west. No, it's not. I don't think it is. Let me just check here real quick, actually, if I pull up this location. No, it's different. Okay, so I'm not mistaken. It was the HO2. Alright, so this is another national highway here. We have some English red license plates and some very nice mountains. So a lot of Nepal does look very similar. I'm not sure how easy or how hard region guessing will be, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I will play later in this video, so definitely stay tuned for that. And this is from November of 2024. So it seems from like Q2 to Q4 of 2024, they took all of this coverage. And then last up here, what do we have? Okay, we have this large intersection here, I believe somewhere in like the central part of the country, or it might be south near the Indian border. I don't quite remember, but you could always just look up the province names. I might learn them too, because they like to write addresses on buildings and city names, just like places like Nigeria, for example, and stuff like that. So definitely, it would be helpful to learn province names. But yeah, we have like a burger joint here. That's very cool. And then a couple of vehicles and whatnot, more yellow dashed outer lines across, so very, very neat that we have that. So yeah, that was the final panorama that I was able to pull. I had to go on the map making app and then import it to GeoGuessr, then hop on Google Maps. So yeah, it's not fully loaded in yet, but it's still cool that we have it. But yeah, what I went ahead and did was I made a AI Gen Nepal map. It is generated by the computer using like the polygon feature, so I didn't pick any of these locations obviously, so I don't know where they are. I did play it a couple of times. No, I didn't. I don't remember playing this. Was this other people? Okay, it was. We have someone who played NBZ, someone who played No Move, and then one of them probably repeated. Yeah, I did not play this. I don't know why I said I played. I guess it's because I saw the numbers on the screen. But I did not play this map. I played the other map that I made with those locations that I have up in my tabs. But yeah, this will be my first time playing this map. It's called NEPAL AIJ, and I just named it that. It's not really anything too special, but I'm going to play moving here and see how good I am at guessing NEPAL for the first time. Alright, so this is official Google Tracker. This is bound to happen when you use the AI generated feature. So I'm not really going to have to try too hard on this. We're obviously on the existing Gen 3 checker, which has been in the game for over a decade now. It is near Mount Everest here. I don't know what part of the trail we're on. But I'll just make an educated guess here. I always just click somewhere around here. We could be in this town here, maybe. Or maybe more south here, around here probably. We were even more south near this village over here. Yeah, it's just that walking trail. It's pretty distinct, Gen 3 Tracker. A lot of people know that already because it's been in the game for so long. And before this update, if it was Nepal, it would be along that hiking trail. But that's kind of unfortunate that we got something that was already in the game. Hopefully we get some car coverage. And no, we're not getting any car coverage. We're getting more Trekker, unfortunately. So yeah, as I was saying, more Gen 3 Checker. We're all along the same hiking trail. So I'm going to guess just along that trail there and hope I get some actual car coverage for the third round. Oh my gosh, more Trekker. Okay, there's something wrong with this map. 3 times in a row, there has to be something wrong with the map. I don't think that the locations were able to register properly because 128 locations for an entire country is not really making any sense right now, so it probably only includes the Trekker here, honestly. I'll just guess up there. I don't really remember. It's more west. I knew that. For round 4, yep, same thing. I actually know this village, actually. Yeah, we are by Lukla, I'm not mistaken. Alright, so I'm just going to guess by Lukla Airport here, if I could find it real quick. I believe it's in, like, the southern part of the trail, yep. Right here, Lukla Village, and boom, that is 60 meters away. That town is actually pretty recognizable. And then more of the hiking trail. Okay, so this map is actually not working as I intended it to be. It's just giving me the Trekker that is in the northeast of the country by Mount Everest. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to find a Nepal map that actually works real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and play along with you guys to see how I do. Alright, so I did find this map called simply Nepal. It was one of the first options that showed up, so I'm going to see if it works. I was going to say hopefully this map isn't old or anything like that, but we're obviously not in Nepal, we're in Bangladesh, so this map is definitely a big hoax. So I'm just going to guess in Bangladesh and go look for another map. Alright, so attempt number 2 at finding a map. It didn't really work out too well because as you can see here, it says last updated in 2021 and well, we're in 2025. So these maps are obviously fake. If I just search, Nepal here, nothing's really showing up, I believe, because I'm too early on in the update and that nothing is able to be properly generated. So if I go on this map, 5/22/2025, again, this was months ago, so I don't think I'm going to be able to play today. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to save it for a future video. Yeah, all these maps are just not properly dated. So yeah, I'm going to do this in a future video. Once everything loads in to the game and everything is properly settled, and maybe some more information releases on the country, I'll definitely go ahead and play Nepal only with you guys for a video. But given the circumstances, I'm going to leave it at that for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video nonetheless. If you did, do not forget to smash the like button and subscribe. As always, stay safe, and guys, it's been the Officer Bossing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.